let's get into some college football player props for the Friday, December 2nd slate. I'm going to give 3 player props, but I'm going to let Trey go first on this for PrizePicks. Trey?
The first one I'm going to give you guys is Frank Harris under passing yards at 295.5. If you look at his average, this hasn't even came close to hitting besides the last game where he threw for 382 yards. So I think that's kind of toying with this line. I don't think it should be this high. A lot of people do think that North Texas's pass defense is bad, but I will say this, the last 3 games has dropped their average by 75 total passing yards a game. So I like the under at 295.5. I don't think he should sniff anything close to this number because I think North Texas defense is going to want a lot of revenge in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last player prop I'm going to give you guys 2 is going to be Jordan Addison over 85.5 receiving yards. Jordan Addison is easily Caleb Williams' favorite target. And if you look at this, 2 out of his last 5 games he's hit. But if you look at that Colorado game, he was hurt in that game. He didn't even play the full game. And he's finally coming back to full health. He absolutely shattered the number against UCLA. Notre Dame has one of the best defenses in the country, so we kind of expected it. The total number in this game is 67.5, so they do see a lot of scoring in this game. So I think 85.5 total receiving yards for Jordan Addison is an easy number to get.
Yeah, and I will say for Addison, last game against Utah, he had 7 catches for 106 yards. So that number feels a little low to me. But let's move on to my picks. I'm going to give out 3 picks here. I'm going to start with the best matchup of the day, the USC Utah game. Give me Caleb Williams over 30.5 rushing yards versus Utah. This should be a fantastic game, and it could come down to the last possession. Williams' last outing against Utah, he ran for 60 yards on 8 carries. So look for him to use his feet again against a good defense. Whenever USC needs a spark, he always does it on the ground for them. This is a huge game for USC, and Williams will do whatever it takes to win this one. And I'm also going to double down on Caleb Williams and take his over rushing touchdown of a half. I'm doubling down on the Heisman favorite. So I'm looking for him to have a monster game. So those are my first 2 picks. And lastly, I'm going to stick with the QB trend here and take Frank Harris over 40.5 rushing yards for UTSA. Another quarterback rushing prop. The UTSA loves to keep the ball on the ground, and Harris is a big part of that rushing success for them. He went for 75 yards in the first matchup against North Texas, so look for him to do it again in this matchup. So those are my 3 player props for the Friday slate. Teats, let's move to you.
I love it. 3 quarterback player props, and not a single one of them is passing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yes.
All right. Well, so, Trey, I'm going to have to jump on board with you with this Frank Harris business over here. The under 295.5 passing yards. Do I need to explain? Trey Trends, he gave us the numbers. He already explained it. Yeah, he went off against El Paso, Texas El Paso, but that's no team like UTSA. I don't think, let me back up. North Texas. Because North Texas's defense is definitely figuring it out. Let me get into the new one that I'm going to add to us. Give me Austin Jones, not Travis Dye. Austin Jones over rushing. Travis Dye, typically RB1 for the USC Trojans, is out. So Austin Jones stepping in. As you can see, against Notre Dame, he ran for 154. Against UCLA, 120. So the last 2 he's hit. And before that, he was kind of splitting some reps. I think that this is a for sure lock.
Yeah, I was going to point out that Austin Jones, 25 carries, 154 yards against a great Notre Dame defense last week. So I love that pick there for the over. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Friday championship weekend games and player props. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We have had a ton of interaction support over the last week, so thank you guys so much for that. We really do appreciate all the love. We will see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.